Hello, welcome to another talk on money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company and brand here at Master Investor. Ensure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you know when we go live or upload a valuable talk that can literally change our finances forever. I want to speak about the importance of becoming more generous as we grow in this journey towards true wealth. The more generous we become, the wealthier we will be. And that is a guarantee. Think about solving a problem to the world. How can we put a product in front of a billion people and solve that problem that they have so good that they can come back and do business with us again, because we under promise and over deliver. It's all about understanding our customers, how to get in front of the right group of people, how to expand networks, and how to build real businesses that are solving problems in the world. At the end of the day, it's all about understanding how to create something that is a true brand, something that has intrinsic value and business integrity. Intrinsic value, it means that we have something that is unique and is protected. No one else can take it away from us. Non-competitors can come and copy what we're doing because we have our legalities in order and we have everything in place to protect our products or services, but we want to focus on businesses that have products, businesses that can sell something without us being in there. If it's a service, then that service needs to be provided by somebody else except us, because we don't want to be involved in the business. Think about that, okay? When we build the business, we don't want to be an employee of our business. We want to be the chairman of the business. That means the highest position. The chairman is not the CEO. A lot of people talk about being the CEO. That means that they are self-employed. They are the owners of their own job, basically. If they don't show up to work, the business does not make money to them. And so we need to understand first how to build or how to acquire systems, because the systems are already created for us. So a business is a system of systems, and we need to find out which systems do we need. An email autoresponder so we can collect our clients and have them in different lists depending on the niche, and also be able to communicate with them, do the analytics so that we understand how to improve our email campaigns. And it's all about having systems that are doing the selling and selling for us. So which systems do you have right now is a question, and which systems can we get right now so that we can create passive income today? And we need to become more generous to create passive income. That's the point of this video. Is also to be nice, because when we are nice and generous, people tend to like us, trust us, and know us, so they do business with us in all sorts of levels. In other words, if we go to a networking event and we meet somebody, maybe that person, because we are nice and we are generous, we bring in value to the table, they're going to help us understand something that they're doing that is creating them $1 million a week, for example. It has happened to me so many times where I put myself in position where I'm learning from people that are way ahead of the game, and the reason why they're willing to share the information is because I'm nice and I'm generous. So another thing I want to touch base on is the fact that we have to train and we have to commit to the craft. We have to dedicate ourselves into whatever we're doing, regardless of whatever everybody else is thinking or their opinions or how far we feel that we are from our ultimate goals or the ideal scene. We need to focus on the day-to-day basis. We need to figure out an investment plan that we can follow right now. Practical steps that we can literally execute immediately. And something that I have used that has helped me tremendously in my career of building assets and having true wealth, having freedom, having the ability to do whatever I want with the time and be able to enjoy my life without depending on a job, because I have assets and businesses that are producing passive income and capital gains income. Now, we need to train, we need to practice, and something that helped me is that when we learn a new skill, we are always learning something new. But have we ever asked ourselves the question, have we learned how to learn, right? And we need to not only improve our vocabulary, because the more words we know, that means that the more we can control and lead others. And of course, presuming that we are leading our communities to greatness, right? If we use persuasion to do something negative, then that would be manipulation. However, if we use persuasion to improve other people's lives, to lead people into their potential, then that's what we want to focus on. That's how we want to approach persuasion in that aspect, to lead people to greatness, to awaken their potential that they have forgotten, maybe because somebody else told them that they weren't good enough, perhaps. And it takes time, it takes effort, it takes commitment every single day. And we need to be disciplined. We need to say no to a lot of things. We have to be unapologetically when it comes to building our dreams and what we want in life. There are going to be many distractions, and we're going to have to say no to those distractions. We're going to be able to have a strong character and be comfortable by saying no to the wrong activities and be able to achieve greatness, because we are dedicated to saying yes to our dreams, to the deeper dreams that we have, right? The ideal scenes, whatever is in us, in our core. That's who we need to focus on. And we all have an investor inside of us. So financial education is something that we all must have, whether you are a doctor, an attorney, a professional, someone that is inspired to go to school. There's nothing wrong with going to school. There are 3 types of education: academic, professional, and financial education. Financial education is the most important one because it deals with money. And it's not taught in schools because the school systems were not built to teach financial education. They were built to create 2 types of people. Well, at least since 1902, 1903, John D. Rockefeller instilled a mission in the school board saying that they must remove all financial education from the school system, and they want to create 2 types of people: employees and soldiers. Employees that work for the corporations of the wealthy, and soldiers that defend the corporations of the wealthy, like the government. So they don't teach people how to become a wealthy entrepreneur and inside investor. That's what we took on that task here at Master Investor. We decided that we are going to be the #1 financial education brand in the world. When it comes to building true wealth, Master Investor is the place to go to be able to match the context with the ultra wealthy, to have the core values of the ultra wealthy, understanding the basics and the principles of business and investing, going back to history and how money has evolved, being well diverse in the subject of entrepreneurship, which requires financial education, and it takes time. A little bit every day, listening to podcasts. I want to invite you to find us on Spotify and any other podcast platform that exists. Look for Master Investor and start listening as we go throughout the day. We need to put great information into us. We need to read something every day, and as we learn something, this is how I have done it to help me tremendously in my life. So I learned something new, I put it to practice, right? I observe, I watch it first, then I attempt to use it so I can get the feedback, so I can get the experience, which that's where wisdom sits in, and then teach somebody else the skill or the knowledge so that they can get inspired to do it as well. And when we do that, we get to improve tremendously. Automatically, we become even better leaders. That's how we double down. We truly become a master when we double down and we begin to teach, because we are always a student of our craft. We're not stopping in the way that we prepare ourselves. We're always learning something new, right? Even when we are at the top, we're still going back to the basics. We're learning from other people, not only by seeking information, but by also teaching others and helping ourselves be a mirror to what we're doing, walking our talk. And that's something that I want to share with our community so that we can use it daily to become better leaders, have better communities, improve our bottom line or positive cash flow from our assets, become more generous, understand how to build a true brand by instilling intrinsic value and business integrity. Business integrity means that the business is making money, is built to make a profit. And we talk about this in our previous videos, that when we build a business, it has to be built successfully with the 8 integrities that makes a great business successful. And the 8 integrities are found inside of our cash flow ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. You can find the link somewhere in the description of this video. Go get that ebook and digital course, because it's a total guide on how to get up to $1 million and more. There's not limit, and positive cash flow. That means $83,000 per month. That's about $2,700 per day, $115 an hour, $1.90 per minute. That's how much $1 million in positive cash flow is. That means that every day, after all expenses are paid, our businesses, or even one business, has to be making us $1.90 every single hour of the day for the next year. That will, as profits, after all expenses are paid, after we pay everything, that's how much money we need to be making per day. $2,700 to make $1 million per year. Not everybody wants to make $1 million, okay? That's not the point of this video. And it's not the point to start a business. We start a business to solve a problem first, right? There's a mission behind that. So the 8 integrities of a successful business is found in the ebook. Inside of one of the chapters, we talk about the cash flow triangle, and the 8 integrities are listed in that triangle. Starts with a mission, team, leadership, cash flow, communication, systems, legal, and product. Okay, those are the 8 integrities. And we need to have them in our businesses, otherwise the business will fail. Majority of businesses fail in America and in the entire world. because they don't have the A integrities. They think the product is the most important thing. But we need the legalities, we need the communication, we need the cash flow, we need the systems, we need the team, the leadership, the mission, and we need to have that targeted marketing going into that business, meaning that we are putting that message, that presentation, the product in front of the right customer, the one that needs the product right now, the one that's looking for the solution right now and is ready to pay for it. They're looking for the right individual, the right source to get it from. That's when we come in by standing out among the competition, if there's any competition, and protecting our businesses, turning them into a brand, having the logo registered, trademark, having a patent, so no one can take anything from us. And then, of course, the business is built with the right entity. It has the right CPA in place so that we can navigate the tax code and have a tax strategy plan ahead so that we can minimize taxes. We can keep as much money as we can to multiply in sound investing in different asset classes that we talk about, we learn about it here in our community. A lot of gurus out there, which are fake teachers, fake mentors, that are telling their followers to diversify in one asset class. That's the recipe of disaster. We want to diversify among the 5 different asset classes that exist: business, real estate, crypto, commodities, and paper assets. Okay, those are the 5 different asset classes that exist. They all require financial education, but we need to invest in all of them, because when the economy crashes, inflation rises, we're protected. We're going to be winning. There are some assets that will do great in down economies. A lot of people only put their entire investments in one asset class, and that gets a lot of people in trouble. Those are the financially illiterate investors. They are not even investors, they're traders, they are gamblers. They are literally trading. They're not investing, they're hoping that they're going to get some gains, some capital gains if they sell high. In many instances, they lose money because they're not actively involved in financial education. They lack the right financial IQ that is needed to produce a high return on investment that exceeds the average investor, the passive investor. The passive investor is that person that has a low financial IQ, has no financial education. He or she gives their money away to others to invest for them in fake assets, and if they do any on their own, they end up losing their money because they are gamblers. They are not prepared to invest. So investing is not risky, it's the investor behind the investment that makes the investment risky. We need to understand the basics of money and business. What is money? How to create wealth? We need to study the top 50, 100 people in the world who has created wealth, the top 1%. And we need to reverse engineer. We need to understand how they did it. They leave clues everywhere. The best way to learn is from mentors, from real mentors, real people that have done what we want to do. So make sure you join our community here at Master Investor. We're going to be adding more assets into our digital courses. When you get in today, you'll be grandfathered in forever, meaning that whatever other asset we add into that digital course, we will have access at no additional cost. And a year from now, 3, 4, 5 years from now, that asset is going to be a lot more than it is today. So we're going to have all those assets for free. Get in. It's financial education. It's the best type of education we can have to build true wealth. It's the only education that gives us the keys and the practical steps to build financial freedom. Professional education doesn't do it. There are a lot of people that have a high-paying job or they have their own business, but they are an employee of their business, meaning that they own their own job. They don't really have a real business because they are working in the business. We want to be working on our business, not in our business. It's a big difference. And that's why we need to understand systems. We need to be on the right side of the cash flow circle. But most importantly, the message of this video is that the more generous we are, the wealthier we become. So when we look out to the world, we need to be looking at everything with the entrepreneur eyes, meaning that we need to figure out ways that we can improve the world, find needs and fill in with a business, right? We have to find a need that is in high demand, and hopefully it's a need that everybody needs, that every human being that is walking around needs. It could be something related to any category: health, wealth, spirituality. It could be anything. Whatever your passions are, make sure that it's not something just for you, it's for everybody else. So become generous, solve other people's problems, right? That's how we become wealthier. And be nice. Don't be rude. Don't upset the wrong person. Don't burn the wrong bridges, okay? There are bridges that need to be burned unapologetically, meaning people, toxic people, relationships and whatnot, but make sure that we don't burn the wrong bridges, okay? Because once we burn a bridge, we can't really build it back up, okay, when it comes to people. So let's make sure we have the right networks. We're building a team of professionals and people that are greater in what we are attempting to do. So whatever we delegate to them, they need to be greater. We can communicate because we speak the lingo, but we're going to put smart people to work towards our mission because it's sane, because it's helping the world. It's a product that is solving a problem in the world. Now, it doesn't have to be complicated. We can start making passive income without even creating a company, without even creating an entity at the beginning, because there are other companies that will give a commission for every sale that we bring into their table. And those are called high ticket items. So we can start with high ticket items, not upfront fees, and then we can do pay advertisement for those products. Whatever sale we bring in, we get a percentage, and a lot of those products will be subscriptions, so every month we'll pay a percentage. And the ads, if we're using Facebook or YouTube, a lot of times we pay at the end of the month. So whatever sales we made during that month, we would use those profits to satisfy the payment for the advertisement. So at the end, it's free. So do we really need money to make money? No, we need to have financial education and knowledge. That's the real money. And then we can raise capital. We don't really need money. We can actually make money without money. However, we do need financial education and knowledge to be able to have money, make more money. Okay, it's the only way. Otherwise, people can multiply money. How many people have money right now in their bank, but yeah, they're not putting that money to work? We shouldn't have so much liquid capital. It's supposed to be working, moving from asset to asset. If you have too much capital sitting in the bank, then that means you're not putting it to work because there's not a plan behind it. And that's why we need to be ahead of the curve. So if we're getting this type of money on this day, we need to already know exactly what we're going to do with each dollar, how we're going to direct that to multiply even more and bring more money. And the only money that we're getting daily is the cash flow that we're getting from our businesses, and that is also being put into new businesses and assets. So it's always being recycled into new assets. And of course, some of those profits will go to the liabilities and luxury items that we like to have, whatever we want to invest in, right? But first we focus on the assets column. And then once we recycle profits, we continue to grow our assets column. We continue to repeat again the entire process. It's that simple. A lot of times people don't understand. They like to jump from one thing to another thing. If something is working, repeat that. Do it again, right? Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Be committed. Focus. Okay, do it right. And let's have the Midas touch. We did a video on that the other day, right? Everything that we touch should turn into gold. No matter what, let's have that attitude. There are 3 types of people. And when it comes to services, right? Let's say drivers, chauffeurs. 3 types of drivers, right? The one that finds you, the one that doesn't find us, and the one that exceeds our expectations when we leave. Let's be the type of people that exceeds people's expectations. When they leave our vicinity, they're thinking, that person is better than I thought. That interaction was better than I thought. Let's leave a memorable mark in people's minds forever. And the only way to do that is by inspiring them, by providing value and helping them become better. Indirectly, in a good way. Let's be nice, be generous, provide value to other people. And we can only do that when we do self-development. Okay, the more valuable we become, the market responds to that, and the wealthier we become. And remember, some bridges will need to be burned, but not all bridges need to be burned. Don't burn the wrong bridges because we can't build them back. Make sure that we keep the right people in our networks, okay? Some people don't need to be taken out of our circle. Make sure we do a double down check into who needs to go and who needs to stay in our circle. But it's true that whoever we hang around with, they hold our future. Okay, so we need to have great people in our team. We need to have good people. It matters. It makes a big difference. And make sure that we understand that it takes training. It's not like we're gonna sit and it's gonna happen. We have to do it every day. The people that are at the top 1% on whichever field, whatever niche, is because of the training that we're doing every day. So there are a lot of talented people that do not do training and they're not at the top 1%. It's a training, it's a daily commitment. So we need to practice, 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 practice. Study, 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 read. Put it to practice, right? Act on it, use it, teach others. That's a true master. A true master is a student for life. I hope that you are enjoying these types of videos to inspire our minds, to help us understand how to build true wealth, become more generous. That's the way to become wealthier. Think of solving other people's problems. Don't think only for ourselves, and let's think on how we can improve our bottom line by solving other people's problems. Once we figure out how to solve other people's problems and we do that successfully, then we become wealthier and we have more freedom. And it takes training every single day. And make sure we're teaching others as well. Because when we teach, we also are learning. Repetition makes improvements, not necessarily perfection. There's no such thing. Let's take action. Let's improve our vocabulary. Go get our ebooks. Get inside of our digital course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. It's a game changer, and it's a life changer. Like, it's going to improve our life financially. Take action. Go through it. It's a total guide on how to build a successful cash flow in business and investment portfolio. We go through the entire process in there on how to build true wealth and how to get going right now. It doesn't take money to create wealth. It takes financial education, and of course it takes the right mentors, right? Financial education and taking action. That's what it takes. We have to act on it. We have to make a play. We need to get involved. Active investor is a master investor. We are incorporating, we are actively involved in the transaction and the entire deal. Not as an employee, we're involved in the sense that we're putting the deal together and we're raising the capital. So for example, if we want to launch a clothing line, we're going to incorporate, we're putting the team together, we're talking to the factory in China, we have our designs because we hire a design person from Fiverr.com, which is a good website to find freelancers. Now we have the designs ready. We have the website. We built the website. Now we're running marketing ads. Now we're getting orders coming in. We now doing drop shipping. We don't even have the product. We're getting the orders and then we're turning around and we ordering them from our factory in China, depending on each customer's wants and needs. We're sending that over to them on autopilot. Everything is put together. The logistics and the systems are working together to do the selling and telling for us to fulfill the product to the customer and provide outstanding customer service, because at the end of the day, people will stick with a business that is not so good, but they have great customer service. And what I mean about not so good, the product may be not the best quality, but if the customer service is there, people tend to go with the company that has the best customer service. So focus on customer service, focus on self-development. It takes training to do great things, okay? It takes commitment. And then make sure invest in financial education. Click the link somewhere around this video. Follow us on all other social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, or X, right? Anything that you use, just go ahead and follow us there, because we are releasing financial education daily, something that can help us improve our bottom line. We are more than an investment and capital management company. Our mission at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We look at opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. I appreciate your time being here again on this amazing video. So just to recap, okay, become more generous to be wealthier, right? We have to think of ways that we can solve other people's problems with a system of systems, because that is what a business is. It's a system of systems doing the selling and telling for us, right? And then make sure that we are nice. We practice being nice, because we don't know who we may be listening to us or who we are interacting with. So wherever we are, we have to be nice, okay? And be unapologetically. If it's not the energy that we want, then we cut it and we cut that bridge. But we don't do until we find out. We have to make sure that we're nice. Nice in business goes very far. And then the next thing was that we need to learn something new every day, put it to practice, and then also teach somebody. That is a true master. When we teach and when we double down and we continue to be a student for life, that is a true master. Anyway, leave me your comment. I'll see you on the next video. And make sure you join our mission here at Master Investor if you have not yet. Thank you for being a loyal partner of our community. We appreciate you. We are the authentic brand of money, business, and investing, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Thank you for having me again here and investing time in financial education, which is ultimately the best education we can have, because it deals with money. And as we know, we're going to have to deal with money for the rest of our lives. Let's master the game of money successfully and ethically. Anyway, stay extraordinary and wealthy. Bye for now. If you have any questions, let me know, all right?